You know, we all want our teaching to be as effective as possible. And today, we're going to look at one tool that can make a huge difference: video captioning. But let's get one thing straight right at the top. This isn't about just checking a compliance box. It's really about making your videos better and way more engaging for every single student you teach. So let me just start by asking you this. When you post a lecture video, are you really sure that every student is getting the full message? The reality is, a lot of them might be missing key information for reasons you might not even realize. So why does this matter so much? Well, because the benefits of captioning go way beyond just meeting some requirement. It's all about creating a better, more inclusive learning environment for a surprisingly huge range of your students. I mean, we often think of captions as being for students who are deaf or hard of hearing, and don't get me wrong, they are absolutely essential for them. But just look at this list. We're also talking about the student trying to focus in a noisy coffee shop, or maybe at home with kids running around, or the one who's in the library and forgot their headphones. It's also a game changer for international students, reinforcing their language skills, or frankly, for anyone who just learns better by reading and listening at the same time. See, that's not some small group. That's just good teaching. It's universal design in action. And if you want to put a number on it, here it is: 1 in 8. Yeah, according to US government data, 1 in 8 people has some kind of hearing limitation. This isn't a tiny fraction of the population we're talking about. It's a really significant portion of your classroom. All right, so to do this right, we've got to be clear on our terms. We hear captions and transcripts thrown around a lot, sometimes like they're the same thing, but they're actually two different tools that serve different but equally important purposes. First up, captions. The key word here is synchronized. They aren't just the words from your video, they're the words, the sounds, the music cues, all appearing right there on the screen at the exact moment you hear them. They are a totally integrated part of the video experience. So here's the breakdown. Captions are on screen, timed perfectly with the video. A transcript, on the other hand, is a separate text file, like a Word doc. This is huge for students who use screen readers, or really for anyone who wants to quickly search the text of your lecture for a key term. Honestly, for the best, most accessible experience, you really should provide both. Okay, now that we know what we're aiming for, let's get practical. How do we actually create high-quality captions that are going to help our students instead of, well, frustrating them? Believe it or not, great captions start before you even hit the record button. A few simple things can make a massive difference. Try to avoid having people talk over each other. Speak clearly at a nice, steady pace. And here's a great pro tip. When you're making your slides or visuals, try to keep the important text and graphics in the top 2/3 of the screen. Why? Simple. You need to leave that prime real estate at the bottom for the captions themselves. Now, for the captions themselves, the goal here is simple. Make them effortless to read. So we're talking clear, sans serif fonts, think Helvetica or Arial, a good, readable size. And you absolutely want high contrast colors like white text on a translucent black background. It's also really important to keep the text manageable, no more than 2 short lines at a time. And please, absolutely no distracting animations like scrolling or flashing text. This is all about clarity, not about being creative. I know what so many of you are thinking right now. Can I just click that auto caption button on YouTube and call it a day? And look, I get it. It's a tempting shortcut for sure, but it's a trap. Let's talk about why, and more importantly, how we can fix it. This example, wow, it's just so powerful because it shows how badly things can go wrong. The original audio gives simple cooking instructions, but the automatic caption, it literally creates a recipe for a kitchen fire. Mishearing 4 to 5 as 45 and should not as should know, it completely reverses the meaning. In one of our classes, this isn't just an error, it's actively spreading misinformation. And here's a more common example of what you'll see every day. No capitalization, no punctuation, a misspelled name. It's just messy. It looks unprofessional, and it forces the student to work way harder to figure out what's being said, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of having captions in the first place. And now, look at the corrected version. With proper grammar, capitalization, and spelling, it's instantly clear and professional. This is the standard we need to be aiming for. The difference in readability is just massive, isn't it? So here's the key takeaway on this. Use auto captions as a starting point, a first draft, but never as the final product. Your job is to be the human editor. You have to go in there and fix the grammar, check the spelling of key terms and names, correct those dangerous 45 minutes errors, and just make sure the text flows logically. But great captioning isn't just about typing out the words. It's about conveying the entire audio experience. So what do we do when the meaning comes from how something is said, or from a sound that happens in the background? So what about when the way something is said is actually more important than the words themselves? A simple descriptor in brackets, like, say, sarcastically or angrily, can communicate that crucial meaning to someone who can't hear the tone of voice. It's all about preserving that subtext. And the same exact thing goes for important sound effects. If a door opens just before a new person walks on screen, that sound is a key part of the story. Using brackets or parentheses to note things like door opens gives that essential context to all your viewers. And hey, don't forget music. Is the soundtrack tense and suspenseful? Is it upbeat? A simple description in brackets, like mellow techno music, can help set the mood and the tone for absolutely everyone watching. So what's the one big idea to walk away with here? It's this: accessible video isn't just for a few students. It's clearer, it's more flexible, and it is a much more effective learning tool for every single person in your class, period. Accessible video is simply better video. So I'll leave you with this final question to think about. Based on everything we've covered, what's one small change, just one, that you can make to your process to make your very next video more inclusive and more effective? Thanks so much for your time today.